Early morning, bloody Saturday morning as you wake up here on the East Coast, 9:25 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the great state of Michigan. Put out an update about 4 hours ago. I got up pretty early. Um, but a lot of things to talk about. XRP price prediction. This came out at 6:45 a.m. This was right before the drop to 58. But we can play off of this, and you're gonna see exactly what happened. And it's a disaster because we could be looking at a very, very significant sell-off. And there's also one other thing that I wanted to, hold on one sec. Turn off this Bluetooth so I can bring out my keyboard. I wanted to, go over the XRP. And I know it's in the background now, Tom. Nobody cares about this. But there was, something that I found very interesting, and I forgot to pull it up so you guys can, look how they have this all out of order. It's all... You know what? We'll do that. We'll do the other one later. How about that? We'll cover just the XRP and what we could see potentially happening. Make sure to hit that like button. I want to thank the 4 new members of Tom's Army in the last 24 hours. I really appreciate it. And Miss Brown with a very, very, very generous donation. Don't want to use first name, but Miss Brown, thank you so very much. And Mr. Crothers, thank you very much for sneaking a donation in the other day as well. I did not even see it until I checked my PayPal. So I really do appreciate it. So I'm going to play the intro. But first I want to go over XRP's just sub 60 cents. We tried to have a minor rally, but we're having trouble because we had one little spurt of volume, but we're not really seeing a substantial. We had, I would assume a whale bought in 900 and something thousand or 800,000 XRP, and there was a pretty substantial buy here. And that's going to happen. You're going to get some sneak buys in here. So you had a 59,000 right there after, but there was like an 800,000 candle, 750,000 candle. So, but after that, it went neutral. And it looks like that, which is always fucked when it does this. But how fucked up would that be if that whale is what caused the start of the topping reversal? Right? I mean, that shoots you up into these cup and handle. And now we broke down. If we break down below the 1 minute, then you start to trend downwards. And we're going to end up coming down there either way, I believe. But I don't think this is done. I think we very sneakily created a left shoulder, a topping reversal. You know, it looks like we're just creating the same damn patterns over and over. Like, we can't get away from it. And with no volume, we're not going to be able to get away from it. I'm not making that up. You can see an M disguised in there, and then it pulled straight down. Now, you could do some sideways and down, maybe. But that's definitely an M that formed there in the 5. The 15, it's actually rounded like that, so... We're going to have to see how this plays out, but with the volume, it's very scary. Like, DGB played on it. It showed us that we were going to have a spike. And then, And then most of the market followed. DGB spiked. But when you see these big wick pullbacks like this, that means you get a whale that pumps in likely. And then everybody's got their sell orders and it bleeds it. And then it comes up, bleeds it. Well, eventually, there's nothing left to bleed, and then you get this sideways and up as the volume comes down, and then you just push back to the nearest support, which is 1719 right now. So we obviously got rejected at 2124 by DGB. Just like it appears at the moment, we got rejected by 60 cents on XRP, which wouldn't even be 60 cents. It would be the 59. I guess it would be the 60486 is what we got rejected by. Which would be a failed cup and handle right there. A small cup and handle, which you would expect. You wouldn't really expect this to break out with what we've seen the way it came down. We did not hold. Okay, so the big 57 bounce is if we held 57 and it didn't show that it was going to break through. We went right through 57 like it wasn't even there. Went to 54. 54.9. So that to me right off the bat is a red flag. That means we're probably going to retest 52 and maybe even hit that 48 area, but like I told everybody in my Telegram, like I'm going to tell everybody right now, 57 and down on those supports, you don't feel guilty about buying. That's cheap. Even if we cut in half, you got to buy more. And it's so cheap. Imagine, You buy 10,000 XRP. Let's just say that's your portfolio size. You get $5,700 at 57 cents. Goes down to 52. Buy a few more if you want. But at 52, I probably wouldn't buy anymore if I bought at 57. I would probably wait for the 48. You could do 52 and 48, but let's just say it did cut down to 32 cents. Well, at 32 cents, buy another 5,000. I know if you could put 5,000 on XRP, you could probably scramble around in the next couple weeks. Or even sell then if it gets below a support, but don't listen to what everybody else is saying. You've got to have this set up. Like, I'm not listening to anybody else. People would think I'm fucking nuts for what I do, but it pays off because I know my charts. I'm not a financial advisor, so I could never tell you what they actually do. I can only tell you what my thinking is. And right now in the 15, we pulled like an arm on XRP, but there's not very much volume on the downside either, so we could get strangled here for a minute. Because the volume is definitely not looking great, but there's always the chances we can move up to 64 cents and retest at 66, because we have had a lot of drops, but look at what keeps happening. We're having these fake hookups. Then we have sudden sells, and the only real pressure here, again, is sell pressure. We've had a small spike in volume in green, but it quickly got eaten back up. So these are dangerous times because the Fed does talk this week, and we could be mirroring a much bigger drop here, like much bigger. So I'm going to hit this intro. Make sure to hit the like button. Consider joining Tom's Army for $9.99 a month. Stay ahead in the Telegram. Just remember, guys, it's just like in life. When everybody's walking one direction, pay attention to the person who's walking confidently on its own. Right? When everybody's telling you one thing and saying another or doing something, pay attention to the isolated person who's confidently just moving along, doing his own thing, doing her own thing, because they have unlocked the secret of what's actually going on. So just pay attention to the market, because even now, there's a lot of people that wanted to swing trade from 55. I don't advise swing trading when XRP is at 55 unless you're getting a significant boost. So if you're buying at 55, you're holding the 52 or 32. That's just my opinion. That would be my logic. Unless you bought and you're like, okay, I bought at 55, selling at 60, 61, then you have a set trade. But you're not. If you're going to sit here and watch it, you're going to be like, uh-oh. You can't do that with crypto. You just got to have a set plan. And I'm going to show you guys how to do it properly. And we're almost to these levels. I know, like, Crypto FX is waiting for about 18 cents. And we're probably going to get all the way down there and then some. It's just, we're going to do it in motions. You think us coming down to here is the end-all, be-all? You guys got another thing coming. Michael Saylor's average Bitcoin's about 32.5. He's almost underwater now. He is underwater, let's face it. If he sold all of his Bitcoin now, he's not getting 32,500. He's going to hamstring the market. And there's rumors that he's being investigated for fraud. Or for unethical ways that he's using MicroStrategy to fund his Bitcoin basic Ponzi scheme. And MicroStrategy's dumped 25% yesterday. So I'm telling you, there's something big on the horizon. XRP price prediction. Ripple bears prepare for 40% collapse. XRP price has seen the uptrend retreat and is now at risk of falling an additional 40%. Ripple failed to galvanize investors' enthusiasm as bears target 38 cents. And that is what Tom is trying to target himself. XRP may be able to discover reliable support at 63 cents before dropping further, which we hit 63.64 for a minute, then we came to 55. So we broke through that support. XRP price slipped below the lower boundary of the governing technical pattern, which acted as a crucial level of support for Ripple. The cross-border remittance token has put a bearish forecast of a 40% decline on the radar. XRP price at risk of tumbling toward 38 cents. XRP price has collapsed below the lower boundary of the symmetrical triangle pattern on the daily chart, projecting a 48% decline from the downside trend line towards 38 cents. The bears have already kickstarted the Or the positive. Who is this? Hayden giving the information? Kickstarted the nosedive, and Ripple is still awaiting a 40% fall toward the aforementioned pessimistic target. And that's a 40% drop. And, 38 cents from 78 cents is our 40%, is our 50% roughly. But 40% drop from about 70 cents. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at this properly. The first line of defense will emerge at the multi-month support trend line that was formed on June 21st at 63 cents. Check, pass through. A foothold may appear at the June 25th low of 58 cents, which it didn't happen. We followed through 55 cents. We failed to hit the 127.2 Fibonacci extension at 50 cents so far. But that's the expected touch that you would hit after breaking through that 58 cent level. That's the point. And falling through the double bottom. So you'd expect a 50 cent touch. XRP price may discover additional reliable support at the March 24th low at 45 cents and at the March 11th low at 42 cents before Ripple falls towards the bearish target. However, if a spike is in orders occurs, XRP price may face resistance at the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement at 69 cents, which it never made it to. And then 76 cent hurdle at the 61.8. We never made it up that high, so we didn't have a spike before the drop, so that invalidates that notion. Additional buying pressure may incentivize XRP price to move higher towards the 50 cent. But this is all invalidated. We fell through invalidating. We fell down through the symmetrical triangle. So the last part's void. But that's what we have facing us, guys, and this is no joke. This could happen, and it could happen much more quickly than people think. A lot of people kept asking me in Telegram, if we break 60 cents, is it going to be a 2-second thing like before? Yeah, I said no. I said there's a lot more that's going on here. We didn't just create a bull trap to come back down to the levels we were at. If we were going to bounce out of this level, we were going to do it and have a nice, quick move up. As you can see, the volume's tailing off. There's just nothing good happening here. And you can see an M-topping reversal trying to create itself in the 5 minutes. So if we fall through this short-term moving average, watch out. That's all I'm saying. Look out. You don't want to fall through this moving average right now. It looks like we're trying to. Because that would be a catalyst for some more spikes. For selling pressure. So a lot of people are dumping hard out of crypto. And it's just, we've got to watch it. And then Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the same as XRP. We had a putrid bounce. We came down to 34,156. We hit 36,396 roughly. And it looks to be rejected. It looks like we're going to have a continuation pattern here. If this plays out any longer, this would be a continuation of the downside. Those are two 2-hour candles right now that, are supposed to be our saving grace right now, and hour candles here. And look at the hours. You're breaking down each hour. That's a terrible sign when you're rising up. That's a bullish sentiment. This is a bull signal. I mean a bearish signal right there. See those 3 successive green candles? See the 3 successive price gains? That's rising price, falling volume. Rising price, crashing volume always leads to another drop. Whether it happens after you do something like that and then comes down, or if you just, it's over. But when you start to show this kind of a signal, that's very bearish. So watch the 34,156 support. If that breaks, our next would be 32,000 and 29,654. And that is absolutely within the realm of possibility. Stay blessed, everybody. Consider joining Tom's Army. I've earned it. I'm looking forward to getting up to 200 members of Tom's Army. We've gained 4 members in the last 24 hours, which is our biggest outburst of new members in such a short amount of time, and better than 45 days. What happened 45 days ago, roughly? Well, maybe another crash happened. Maybe we touched 57 cents last time. So, don't wait till it's too late. Join while this is happening. Talk to me in the Telegram. Our Telegram's exploded. We're up to 130 members of Telegram. You get that by joining Tom's Army. It's the first time we've ever been over 130 members in the Telegram.